I've been waiting for you.
Hey guys, it's Ruby, back again with another Vegas video. Today we have a huge Vegas update, huge updates. Bars reopening, other reopenings happening. This is going to be a huge update that you're not going to want to miss. If you guys don't already follow me over on Instagram, please feel free to do that. You can always DM me your questions on there. I'm happy to answer you guys. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm actually doing a giveaway. I'm going to talk about it more at the end of the video. So make sure you're subscribed. When we hit 10K, we're going to do a big giveaway. Okay, without further ado, let's jump right in. Bars are reopening. The task force for Nevada has just released that on Sunday, the 20th at 11:59 p.m., bars are now allowed to reopen to phase 2 restrictions. So, what does phase 2 mean? If you refer back to my What's Different in Las Vegas video for June, the bars were at phase 2. So all the bars were open and bars were able to operate under mostly normal restrictions. Essentially, they had to have limited capacity and they still had to do social distancing, but there were no requirements on serving food and you didn't have to have the bar tops closed. So our June trip was right before everything shut down back to phase 1, and it continued all the way up till now on the 20th. So on the 20th, you're going to see more of the bars being open. That means Skyfall's going to probably be able to be reopened. All those bar tops on Fremont to grab drinks, they can reopen those, because that was my biggest complaint from this last trip in August, was I wasn't able to get a drink on Fremont Street to save my life. So it'll be much easier to get drinks on Fremont, and basically, it'll be a much more normal Vegas feel. So this is huge news for the bar scene. If you were trying to go down there to get drinks and everything, it was really kind of a pain our last trip, I won't lie. Also, I'm pretty sure this means that the 6 people per table limit is lifted. I'm not seeing any concrete information saying that that's the case, but I'm thinking that this means that that's lifted, because in June, again, when we were there, that was not a thing. You did not have to have a limit of 6 people in your group. That was a huge detriment to our trip last time as well, because we were a group of 7 and they were very firm on that. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you know for sure if the 6 people rule or not is lifted, because I'll pin your comment. Clark County also is pushing for them to raise the capacity limits. The task force essentially said that they don't have the authority to do that. I'm not sure who the authority to do that falls on to, but basically they said that they couldn't lift the capacities. My speculating is that they're asking to lift these capacities for the nightclubs, because I know that's going to be your next question. What about nightclubs? So far, no word that the nightclubs are going to be open. Bars and taverns and lounges, all of those can reopen again. They don't have to serve food anymore. But nothing about nightclubs. My speculation, if I were to throw out a guess, would be that when the day clubs have to close, which they normally close for the season at the end of October, I suspect maybe they're going to raise the capacity limits then, and then nightclubs can reopen. But I'm thinking right now, with what the capacities are, nightclubs just can't function. That's just my speculation. But this is fantastic news. So for anyone who really loves Fat Tuesdays like myself, this is the best news ever. Nevada had actually taken away 2 licenses from 2 of the Fat Tuesdays on the Strip because they weren't following the rules by selling like a bag of chips or something when they were selling their drinks. So they shut them down, and that was like last week, I think I saw that happen. So now hopefully they can all reopen again and everybody can be walking the Strip with their drinks the way Las Vegas is supposed to be. Other news regarding opening things, New York and New Jersey can now travel to Las Vegas without quarantine because the positivity rating is so low. So they can now travel. With New York and New Jersey announcing they can travel again, that was kind of big news for a lot of states, saying that things are opening up a little bit more. Okay, fights. Let's talk about these fights that happened at the Wynn. This is crazy. Right after I just uploaded my last update video, there was a huge fight at the Wynn. So apparently what happened was that somebody made it rain on the casino floor, and it caused a huge crowd, and I don't know whether there was somebody bumping into someone, but an altercation happened verbally, and then there was a physical fight. So there was a huge fight. I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but you can see the whole fight that happened, and the Encore Win is actually pressing charges. They are filing a lawsuit against the parties involved in this fight. That's really serious. So, I mean, you have this huge company filing a lawsuit against you. I definitely think that's going to discourage people from making this mistake again. They have also increased their room rates. Now, this is kind of a bummer for those of us like middle-class people that just want to go and travel and stay in nice properties and everything, but they're thinking that by raising property rates that hopefully this kind of makes sure that people that are coming are there to have a good time and be relaxed in a nice environment where there's not fighting. There were more police on the Strip Labor Day weekend than anything you'd ever seen. The police presence was insane on the Strip, and there are now more undercover police presence more than anything. I know a lot of you guys have complained about like these people on scooters and this whole like weird crowd, rough crowd. So it seems like Las Vegas is really, really trying to crack down on that and prevent that from causing people to not want to come. Park MGM, you guys, let's talk about it. Park MGM is opening September 30th, and they have announced they are going to be the first smoke-free casino on the Las Vegas Strip. This is huge information, you guys. There has not been a smoke-free casino on the Las Vegas Strip yet. There have been some smoke-free hotels, but they didn't have gaming in them. So Vidara, for example, at the Aria is a smoke-free hotel, but there's not a casino in it. So now those who are wanting to avoid smoking, who aren't wanting to be around a cloud of smoke, can go and play at Park MGM. I personally have never had a huge problem with smoking in Las Vegas because for some reason I just feel like their filtration works a lot better than any of the local casinos. Anytime I leave my local casino, I smell like cigarettes when I leave there, but Vegas, that never happens to me. However, I know a lot of people are calling for smoke-free gaming, especially with the current climate, so I think that this was a really, really wise move from MGM, and they have so many properties on the Strip that they can now be the first non-smoking casino. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and other personal news. I want to announce a big upcoming trip update. I am going to be traveling to Las Vegas at the end of October. So if you are traveling at the end of October, you might find a Ruby sighting. I am planning to be there for the opening of Circa, and we are going to be staying in the Cosmopolitan and the Mirage this trip. So it's going to be a really exciting trip. We're so happy to hear this announcement right before we're going down there again, because that means we can go to a bunch of places that were closed before. And of course, I'm happy to go down here and give you guys a whole new update video on how it was this trip, because this summer trip was a little bit rough. So I'm hoping that this fall trip will be really, really excellent. Okay, so that is all the huge, gigantic news. Bars opening is the biggest news that anybody wanted to hear. I know you guys were waiting with bated breath. So just to go over that one more time, it is phase 2, meaning there's still some like social distancing things. Masks are still a requirement. In case you're wondering, I've not heard any information about them getting rid of the masks, so that is still a thing. But things are going back to more like they were when I was on my June trip. So that is really great information. So let's talk about my giveaway, you guys. We are going to be doing a giveaway when we reach 10,000 subscribers. All you have to do is be subscribed and leave a comment. We are going to be randomly selecting somebody who has left a comment that is a subscriber to receive a prize. It's going to be something Vegas related. We're thinking a night stay or a gift card that you can put towards your food and your Fat Tuesdays. More details are going to follow once we get there. We're like 400 subscribers away. We're so close. And then we're going to get that giveaway out for you guys. So make sure if you guys haven't subscribed, you go ahead and do so. Once again, please feel free to follow me on Instagram so that you can DM me with any of your questions. I talk to you guys all day long on there. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. Let me know if you have any other Vegas news updates that you want to add, and I will keep doing updates as long as there is more information to give you guys. I will be here to give you guys the updates. So can't wait to go back on my next trip. Really excited. Let me know down below if you're going in October. Maybe I'm going to see you guys at all my favorite spots. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next update video.